Hi everyone, a very good morning. So let's quickly talk about why your mental health issues and your spiritual growth slash awakening or your faith in the universe are two sides of the same coin. Very often we have heard that, oh, this is not depression, but this is a gateway for a higher self, and all those heavy words. For all those who don't believe in this, I firmly just want to say that there is truth to that statement. Why am I saying so? Let's just discuss it with a bit of logic. So each time you are coming out of a specific or set patterns of yours, let's say, even if you have OCD, forget about depression or an anxiety. You are set and you're habitual, and that's where your conscious mind perceives things to be in a particular way. You are very used to washing hands, or you're very used to organizing things around you in a specific manner, which makes it very harsh. Not, I would not say harsh, but a bit struggling for people around you, and as well as you. Like, why am I obsessing over one thing again and again and again? And it can also come as obsessive thoughts, in terms of obsessive thoughts and rumination. So when you're not able to stop it, of course you take help of medication, which makes sense up till a point, but not really beyond that. And when you have to be very conscious and aware of your patterns, and there you have to get very active in breaking them. Okay, this is happening this way, this is happening that way. Okay, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do that. It can get really really overwhelming. It's like I said, even in one of the videos I uploaded recently, it's like coming out of an addiction. you know you are used to addiction of anything. I'm not only talking about alcohol. You're used to having 10 cups of coffee, 10 cups of mugs of coffee per day, and suddenly you are like, no. Now each time you have the urge to have coffee, there is where you have to put a full stop. And same thing happens even with ADHD people. Each time they are studying, they're reading, and suddenly their mind goes somewhere else and they start dreaming. And then they are and as soon as it comes into their awareness, they get it back. So, each time getting it back, each time trying to break your pattern can feel really overwhelming, because it can get a sense of, oh God, I'm so fucked up. Am I so messed up? What is wrong with me? The acceptance of having an issue, as well as dealing with it with a positive mindset that, okay, I'm working on myself, is very hard for, at least I would say, today's youth or people, because we are so ingrained in our ego to be perfect. We don't want to see where we have faltered. Yes, depression and anxiety, I would say it's also very circumstantial, due to things what have happened around you which were beyond your control. But after that, no matter how much it has been from outside, it's your choice at the end of the day to snap out of it. But we don't want to snap out of it, because we get that window to be in our comfort zone. But when you are on the path of breaking your comfort zone, when you're on the path of coming out, recognizing your patterns, and really putting a full stop to them, it can be so lonely, it can be so nerve wracking, it can be so like your entire notion about yourself gets challenged. And when your notion about yourself gets challenged, that's where the faith, that's where the role of supernatural, I won't say, but the role of your bond with the higher self comes. And it can be also established, like even before. Not like everyone is an atheist and they don't believe in the existence of something outside of themselves or in some higher power. You can belong to a particular religion and you of course believe into having something as a matter of devotion. Like, you're getting what I'm saying. So at that moment, what happens is, one is just you have been following by looking at your parents, by looking at your family, what you have, how you, or by looking at particular kind of school you went. If you went to missionary school and you are in a very habitual to go to a chapel, or go for mass and do anything, so that is one thing you do by looking at others, and it is an accepted way of being. But when it comes at this point, when your identity gets challenged, when your ego gets challenged, when your preconceived notions about yourself get challenged, when you're breaking your habits of coming out of the suffering which did not lead you anywhere, and you're coming out of your comfort zone, then the connection you establish with the higher power is completely different. Now, at this point, when it's the latter one which I'm talking about, it's not, you're not going to establish it just for the dogmatic purposes. Oh, I'm supposed to do this much this time a day, then I'll go to Jannat, or oh, I'm supposed to do this, then all my paps or all my sins would be removed, and things like that. No, then it's a very personal connection between you and the higher self. That is when you realize, okay, I need faith in order to heal, yes, and in order to also believe that I will get on the other side of the line, on the other side of things, and the strength which is needed, it can come only from you. But who will give you the strength? Yourself. But who are you? That's when you realize that there is a part of God slash higher self or the universe in you which is deriving you. Then you don't see your God, you don't see your faith the way you have been seeing up till now, from an outer perspective or in form of idol worship. Oh, let me worship this God because this is this energy. Then you are like one with the God. And then it's just that faith which derives you, derive, derive, as well as drive, drive. It also derives you into a new person, into a new meaning, into a new identity, as well as it also pushes in terms of driving you towards just shedding your own layer. So it's like both the things are working. But that is why they say that God is everywhere, God is in within us. But the real meaning of it you'll understand only when you'll undergo that suffering. And that suffering is very important for you to actually realize that God exists within you. Otherwise, you would not. So that's just my 2 cents on the video. I hope I'm able to explain it and you understood. And if not, let's hope you watch it again. And may this video come across everyone who really needs to hear this. All right. Thank you. And in the comments, not to forget, do let me know. Bye. Your views.